Hey guys, this is a step-by-step tutorial on how to create a 8x10 sublimation paint kit. I'm gonna give you all the materials that I use. It will be in the description box. Kind of show you what they look like outside of this package and give you a step-by-step tutorial on how to recreate it. When it comes to equipment, you'll need a heat press similar to this one. And you want to set that heat press to 355 degrees Fahrenheit and set the time to 120 seconds. Once you set it, you don't have to reset it again unless you're making other things. Now that I have my heat press getting ready, and I'm trying to get the degrees up to 355, I'm going to prep my area. My heat press did come with a mat. So here's the mat that I'm going to use to protect my furniture because we don't want to put too much heat on my furniture. We're going to get an 8x10 canvas, and my preferred vendor is again in my description. We're also going to use some type of cardboard inside of the bag so that when we put any pressure on the canvas, it's holding the image. This would be better if it was just a flat canvas, but I prefer these stretch canvases so I can put all of the supplies in the back of them real easily. But when I am sublimating my image on it, I need it to be flat. So I'm going to put some cardboard in the back of it so that the whole canvas is flat. All right. And next, you're going to need an image. So you're going to print your image. This is printed on a regular piece of paper, not a sublimation sheet. To save time, I just go ahead and have my images already ready so I can just lay it down on the scanner of my Epson 2803, ET2803, and just copy it. And I'll show you that process as well. So I go ahead and flip my image versus change the settings in the printer. Let me show you the difference between a regular piece of paper and a sublimation paper. So this is a regular 8.5 by 11 paper, just thin printing paper that you would use on a day-to-day basis. And this here is sublimation paper. The real difference you'll notice is it's a little bit thicker, but every sublimation paper that I've ever purchased had sublimation paper written on the back of it. So I'm going to put my sublimation paper into my sublimation printer and then go over there and show you what that looks like. As you can see that the image is flipped. You can do this in your printing settings, your printer settings, or you can just flip the image so that you don't have to adjust the printer settings. I tend to do that. I just flip the image. So I'm going to lay that down here on the scanner bed, close it, and I'm going to press copy. And what I have in here in regards to paper is sublimation paper. And you can tell it's sublimation paper because it has sublimation paper at the back of it. So we have our image. And this image was printed on a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. And again, our canvas is a 8x10. So we will have to cut this down to size. So now we're going to go back over to our heat press. All right, you guys. So for my canvas, my temperature again is 355 Fahrenheit. The time is 120 seconds. Like I said, this 8x10 canvas is smaller than our paper because our paper is a 8.5 by 11. So we're going to cut that down right quick. All right, so now that we have that cut down, And it is fine that it is not the exact shape of the canvas, that it's a little bit smaller, because the only thing that's going to be sublimated on it is the actual dog itself. So it is fine that it's not the exact size of 8x10 sheet. So we're going to turn it over. And what we're going to do is we're going to add heat resistance tape on it to hold it down, hold it in place. And just put as much tape you think you're going to need to make sure that it stays in place. So I think that's enough tape. All right. And then we're going to place a Teflon sheet, which is a heat protectant, because we don't want our temperature to melt the paper or damage the equipment. So we're going to put this in between the canvas as well as the heat press. And then we're going to put the heat press on top of the Teflon sheet. And we're going to press start time. That's what that is. So the time has started. While that's going, I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning up. Instructions: a sandwich bag full of apron, paints, and 2 paint brushes, 1 flat and 1 for a detailed or skinny one, as well as the apron, if I didn't say that already. Also, I tend to always use primary colors, the black, white, red, yellow, and blue. And because there's a 6th one there, I put the green. And depending on what the image is, I will add browns, nudes, or orange. The browns and nudes for any image that has a person. And you're going to also need a reference sheet. Now, my regular HP printer is not being responsive right now. So we're going to use this instead, just for this educational purposes. Just think of this as the little Valentine's puppy, but we're going to use this as our reference image. All right. Now that our heat time has stopped, we're going to press the timer to stop the time. We're going to take it and we're going to lay it back safely on the safe plate. Do notice that I did not put any pressure, any unnecessary pressure on the heat press on the canvas. I just let it sit and do its thing. You do not have to hold it down at all. So now we're going to remove the Teflon sheet. And we're going to remove this. And voila, we have a canvas with sublimation, with a sublimated dog on it. Just a fun fact that you can reuse this at least 2 more times. So instead of having to print another image, another sublimation sheet, I could put this same one on 2 more canvases because the ink is still on here. Now it does get lighter the more you use the same image or the same sublimation sheet, but you can do it. I tend to get at least 2 or 3 out of 1 sublimation paper, which again makes this a better solution to me than a vinyl kit, because you're going to always have to keep buying more and more Cricut paper. All right, you guys. So now that we have our image, I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to add in directions or instruction sheet. I'm going to also add in my supplies that you're going to need. And then I'm going to slide the 8x10 canvas into the self-adhesive packaging. A little trick that I did learn was that you put the canvas in first, and then again, because my printer was not working, just picture this as the little puppy. So you're gonna put this in here, and you use a ruler. Let me see if I can find my ruler real quick. And you're gonna take the ruler and push this down to the corner. I'm gonna turn it over. You're gonna take this here, and you're gonna close it on up. And voila! You have there a complete sublimated paint kit. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them down below. I will try my best to answer any that you have. Again, all of the supplies I actually use, is located in my Amazon affiliate link in the description. I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more.